Decay!
Hello guys, Vaguelan here. Today I'm going to teach you how to run at 285% run speed in RBGs in patch 6.0.3 as a rogue. This video will consist of 5 pieces: the talents and glyphs, the items, gems and enchants, the macros, the all-round performance, and then a quick demonstration to show how you can use it in RBGs. Hope you guys enjoy. The talents and glyphs are the most important part of this setup, as it makes up to 130% of the increased speed. For your talents you will need to take Night Stalker, and for your glyphs you will need the glyph of sprint and the glyph of blurred speed. Night Stalker increases your movement speed by up to 20% while in stealth. The glyph of sprint increases your sprint by an additional 30%, summing up to 100% bonus speed for 8 seconds. The glyph of blurred speed allows you to walk on water while you are sprinting. For example, you can use this to get to Blacksmith by going over the water in Arathi Basin. Okay, at the moment I'm at 125% movement speed. After I stealth up, I'm at 145%, and then when I start sprinting it jumps to 245%, giving me a total of 130% increased movement speed for 8 seconds. The Fleet Primal Diamond is a design found on Pandaria. It can be found from rare mobs, dungeon bosses and even raid bosses. It's a 525 design that requires dual crafting to cut, and it's reaches to one basic Primal Diamond. If you can't find these, or if you're not a dual crafter, you can usually find them on the auction house. This diamond increases your movement speed by approximately 10%. The Pandaren Step is a boot enchant that increases your mastery by 10, but more importantly increases your movement speed by 10%. Note that this enchant can't be used on boots with an item level greater than 600, but the boots that we plan to use them on only have an item level of 63, so it's okay. Note that this enchant requires enchanting 525, or if you're not an enchanter you can get it from the auction house. It costs roughly about 100 gold. The next thing we need are the Highlander's leather boots. These can be found in the Arathi Highlands on the Eastern Kingdoms at Refugee Point for Alliance. I'm afraid I don't know where it is for the Horde. These increase your movement speed by 10%, and as they have an item level less than 600 they can be used with the Pandaren Step enchant. These cost around about 85 honour, and I don't believe you need any kind of reputation with Arathi in order to get them. Alright, the Gift of Mastery is a new Warlords of Draenor enchant for your cloak. It increases your mastery by 100 and increases your movement speed by 10%. This enchant requires 4 temporal crystals and 3 sorcerous water, and can be used. It can be made either at the enchanting table inside your garrison or using enchanting. If you have neither of these you can usually find it on the auction house for about 800 to 1000 gold, but trust me, it is worth it. Okay, the golden hair figurine is a trinket that increases your run speed by 10%, and when used increases your run speed by 30% for 6 seconds, but that's not all we're going to be using it for. Unfortunately, it's very difficult to come by, as it drops off of many known mobs between the level of 30 to 45 and only has a drop chance of 0.1%, but it can be dropped off of almost any trash mob between those levels. As you can see here, I still haven't found it on my server. I'm on Ravencrest and I still haven't had any luck, but hopefully you'll have better luck on your servers. Also note that this item isn't necessary to get ninja caps, but it does increase your passive movement speed while stealth, which is always helpful for RBGs. Also, I can't guarantee this, but I do believe you need to have at least 200 dual crafting in order to equip this item. Okay, I've made a macro here that swaps me between my speed gear and my PvP gear. Note that I'm using the Primal Gladiator's boots and the Primal Gladiator's leather helmet. If you're still in honor gear then you may want to change this around. Also, I've put my meta gem in the helmet of the Barbed Assassin, which I got from Siege of Orgrimmar. Again, if you're not going to put it in the Barbed Assassin helmet you may want to change this line also. Okay, I've taken my cloak off to show that my passive movement speed is 115%. It's 115% because rogues get an ability called Fleet-footed, which increases your movement speed by 15% and also reduces your falling damage. When I put my cloak back on, you can see that it's increased to 125%. This is what we usually run around with as long as you have this cloak enchant. When I press the macro, it swaps my helmet and it swaps my boots. This gives me an extra 30% due to the boots, the enchant and the meta gem. Then when I use it again, it swaps me back to my original PvP gear. Alright, this is a really good macro if you've been asked to peel or if you just need to get to that base that much faster. All you have to do, press the button, then start using burst of speed and you're already running faster than a mount. Alright, putting everything we have together, we have the Glyph of Sprint, we have Night Stalker, we have the Meta Gem on our helmet, we have the boots and the boot enchant, we have the cloak enchant. What we do, oh wait a minute, what we do is we see I'm at 155% run speed all the time. When I stealth, that goes up to 175%, and then when I burst of speed is spammable, so we can just spam at 245% run speed, which is in itself amazing for peeling. But when we want to go for the ninja cap, we then use our sprint, and our sprint takes us all the way up to 275% run speed for 8 seconds. You can then prep this to get your sprint back and use sprint once again, so you have 15 seconds of full 275% run speed. Note, if we have the figurine, that becomes 285%, and if you are a night elves when they are in stealth have an extra 5% on top of that, so you could totally achieve 290% run speed for 15 seconds as a rogue. Alright, as you can see, I'm in a Arathi Basin. I'm going to demonstrate how to ninja cap the blacksmith without even getting into combat. Note that this actually isn't an RBG, it's just a normal BG, and because of this, Death Knights and Paladins actually have the increased movement speed on their mounts by 20%. Just to fight this problem, I asked the DK that's right behind me if he can asphyxiate the first target that he comes across, just in case a Rep Pally or a DK did actually try and interrupt me. Okay, as you can see there, what I did is I sprinted. During my sprint, I then used pre-preparation and sprint again, so I have 15 seconds of sprint. The DK comes past, he's ready to asphyxiate the target, but they run away, and I get the quick cap. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that tutorial video. Sorry it was a little bit longer, but I wanted you to get the full description of each individual item. Don't forget to like and favourite if you enjoyed the video, and as always guys, peace!